Hello, my name is Ariane Dumont. I'm a teacher and an educational developer in higher education in Switzerland. I'm going to guide you throughout week 3 called Seriously, What Is It? You'll find good reasons to rethink how to engage students in their learning experience. During this week, you will learn how to implement the flipped classroom in your teaching. Do you know why it is very important to consider implementing new teaching strategies? In my opinion, stand and deliver lecturing is out of date. Let me tell you my story. Look at this professor. It is me, teaching ethics to 120 engineering students. Why do I want to show you this picture? For a very simple reason. I did not notice a student was taking pics of me while I was teaching. He sent them to me by email with a nice word, but I was shocked. I had been so deeply absorbed by the content of my lecture that I hadn't even noticed a student was taking pictures of me. This is what a typical classroom looks like. What happens in such a classroom? How could students be listening and learning if they were taking photographs? How can teachers be sure that what they teach is valuable for their students if the only proof they have is that they can talk from A to B? I realized I had a serious problem. Honestly speaking, when I started to teach, I focused on the content of my teaching, not on the pedagogy. Indeed, I would teach the same way I had been taught. It had worked for me. Why wouldn't it work for my students? But I was wrong. I was among the 3% who would become university lecturers. It is absolutely not representative of the majority of students. We, university professors, learn despite the way we have been taught. This picture is a symbol of my quest for a change because at this point, I started to look for new teaching strategy, and this is when I met Eric Mazur, professor of physics at Harvard University. I have been deeply influenced by his philosophy, which I will share with you. But before going on, I would like to mention 2 more reasons to consider the flipped classroom. The first one, research has provided evidence that interactive teaching meaningfully increases students' performance. And the second one, the 4th Bologna Policy Forum, which took place in Yerevan in May 2015, decided to integrate a new standard. Institutions should embed student-centered learning approaches in their programs. The way in which programs are delivered should encourage students to take an active role in co-creating the learning process. In the flipped classroom, students take ownership of their learning. Everybody is talking about the flipped classroom. Is this a new pedagogical trend? Try to Google it. You'll have 2.5 million hits in half a second. But seriously, is this new? Look at this picture. What do we see in this classroom? Group discussions, individual thinking. Students' engagement is high, and it is exactly what we expect in a flipped classroom. Learning takes place through active behavior of the student. It is what he does that he learns, not what the teacher does. So flipped classroom started a long time ago.